because he just did it on that one. Forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Out of the gun, it's Young. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The play fake. Now Young. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now here's Young. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Watch twist! Watch twist! Sponge! 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 No!
They'll run on 1st down. Green, not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check the backer, check the backer. Check the backer.
Going to give this time to the tailback. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. Check pass. Check pass. 52 is the mic right here, over there, right? 52 is the mic. Go. Go.
Back to throw. Complete to his tight end Sample. And he's taken down inside the red zone past the Seattle 15. A huge play that time for the Rams. 48 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. They wound up getting nothing out of that 2nd down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10.
Check, crunch, crunch.
And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
First down, Young. That's taken in by Callaway. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. On the run, it's Robinson. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 34-yard line. Must 56. Got you with it.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Young. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. Here's 2nd and 8.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 43-yard line.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he finds a man in a crossing route. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big pickup of 38. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Hey, check 24. Check 24. He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. We got double up. Double up. Go. Check it out.
They run the counter. It's Green, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
55. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
2nd and 14. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Looking to throw, Young. He's going to float this one deep right side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Here we go. 46-yard line.
Jim. Check. Lucky. 25. Check 24.
On 2nd down, it's Green. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice for such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday you press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Right, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Here we go.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll set up a throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Let's get the ball.
Now back to throw. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and they take the lead here as it's now 9-6. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, but 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Connor on first down working his way forward for about 4 yards. Second down coming up. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. From the 39, Young. Buying time to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
He's by himself, Keenan Allen. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Keenan Allen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
This is taken at his 4. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. This quarterback now, only 1 pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Coming again.
Incomplete from the contact. Results in a 4th down.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. So we reach halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
You ain't doing nothing today. Watch it.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll keep it on the ground. Green. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards. Brings up 3rd down. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
Taking a shot for Samuel. And it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Strip that ball.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Going for the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Terry McLaurin, 79 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. He'll drop to throw. His throw incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target, and it's third down.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes, even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. Young on third down. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This will be fielded at the 17. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10.
Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
On the toss, here's Johnson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
On 2nd down now. It's Green. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Mike 5'9", watch the slant.
They'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
This is fielded at the 7. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And that will come the offense as they take over. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
They start on the ground with Robinson here. He's got a first down past the 30. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. 36 yards on the play.
Every team in the league always wants explosive plays, breakout plays, and even more so when it's your horse who's had a tough time during the game.
Yeah, not that great in the first half. Maybe he can recalibrate here in the third and then carry that over to the fourth.
I like that. Recalibrate. Strong.
And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Young rolling to his right. Now Young loses the football. It's stripped. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. The 20. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Curtis Samuel. His third touchdown now on the year as his guys are back within a single score. The Rams leave the offense on the field. They'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you're trying to throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. It's Young off play action. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Third and long for Young. And the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Here's Matt Hawk now. Back now in Los Angeles. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the fourth. Here's Matt Hawk now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. They go play action here on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. They'll look to throw here. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
On 1st down, it's Green. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Oh, spinning away. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Again, it's Robinson. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now third down. The Seahawks on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Young will set to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
12 yards on the return that time, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base...
Nowhere to go. Here he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. Past the 20. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that will get him one closer. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Back to throw. They'll find Everett there, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down LA. Back to throw now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now a give, right side. Green.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Rams on third down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing right, and that's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 41-yard line. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, he's got a couple more downs to play with.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 30.
That's a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a 1st.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 32-yard line.
Ready. Go to base. 61. Match box.
Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. Touchdown, LA! Curtis Samuel with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys are back within a single score.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. They'll run here with Robinson. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll run again here with Robinson. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Six-man. Check curls, check curls, check curls. Watch twist. Watch twist. Hey, check my.
Here's Young. Going up top. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. And sensing the momentum may be changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
Fielded just inside the 30. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 34. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. He'll look to throw. This is caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Well, Charles, exciting to the very end. That's what we just saw in this game. Final play there, had it in the...
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you want to give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer.